This morning, Brookwood Baptist Health System is looking for more volunteers. It's a great way to give back to people when they perhaps need it the most. And Gayle Watkins is a volunteer at Brookwood, and she joins us now to tell us all about that and her volunteer time. Good morning.
Good morning.
So how long have you been a volunteer?
I've been volunteering for 8 years, and I love every minute of it.
So what made you want to do it? It's obviously needed, but what made you want to do it?
I was semi-retired from my current career at the time, and I had a few extra hours in my week, and I wanted to give back in some way. And I happened to see an advertisement on TV. I applied online, went in for an interview, and the rest is history.
So what is required to be a volunteer at a place like Brookwood?
Just 4 hours a week of your time.
4 hours a week?
Yep.
Yeah, that doesn't.
If you want to give more, you can.
But that is the minimum that you would have to do to be a volunteer?
Yes, yes.
All right, well, we're looking at some of the video now as we're talking to you. Kind of walk us through your time of volunteering on the time that you spend there. What do you do?
For me personally, we all have different tasks and jobs that we do. But for me personally, I'm usually working in the volunteer office. I'm assembling baby gifts that are presented to the new mothers.
Aw.
And I love doing that, and they're so cute.
So if someone wanted to be a volunteer, I mean, what advice would you give them? What do they need to think about if they wanted to volunteer?
Well, as I mentioned before, it's, just 4 hours a week of your time, and it sure could help the hospital a lot. It helps the hospital, the nurses, the other employees. It's a great camaraderie. I've met a lot of wonderful people. There's just always something different to do. Mm-hmm. So it's really fun.
And I would imagine there's a lot of different categories you could volunteer for. Do you when you start applying, do you get to choose, or do you just feel the need at that time at the hospital? How's it work?
We try to fit people in their strong suits and things that they want to do. Mm-hmm. But then we do have some areas that are needed. We do have people at the front desk helping to greet new people coming in, whether it be patients or visitors or just simply people dropping off food at the front desk for some of the employees there. So that's one of our big needs there. We also help in the gift shop, mm-hmm. Whatever we might be asked to do in there. We assemble, whether it be, packets for meetings or presentation packets for new patients, working the front desk in or on different floors. Mm-hmm. So that we can relieve the front desk people to have their lunch.
Well, tell us how people can volunteer, but also as you wrap up, I know it's already an anxious time for so many people when they're in a medical facility like that. So the role of a volunteer really can make a difference, can it?
Yes, we're smiling faces walking around in these bright blue jackets, mm-hmm. and we're just greeting people down the halls and trying to, make them feel comfortable. So
how do people volunteer if they want to start this process?
You can go to our website, which is brookwoodbaptisthealth.com. You'll click on Volunteer with Us. And once you get to that tab, you're going to want to pick which hospital that you want to volunteer at. Of course, you want to pick Brookwood. You'll fill out an application there online, and our director will contact you for an interview.
All right, very good. Gayle